On the show today, he went to the same school as Osama bin Laden. He's an avid collector of BBUK socks, and he's sorting through sweets wearing boxing gloves. Only 2 of those are true. It's Mr. Dom Jolly, everybody. It's like an absolute nightmare. And as the last 6 housemates think about returning to normality, self-help guru and gangster motivator L. Vaughan Spencer will be doing a little bit of life coaching. Coaching. Plus, don't lock the studio doors after the irrepressible dark horse has bolted. The main man, Marcus, is back. Marcus, they figured it out on last night's show. Did you not see it? You don't need to do that now. Dom, making an awful mess.
I'm just trying my best.
That's a health and safety issue, I'm sure. We're going to be going to the House to find out the results of Sunday's surprise nominations, everybody. Exactly, you're right to be excited. But first, let's find out what's been going on at the bus stop. It's BBLB News 25.
BBLB News 25, 24-hour news and then some.
So first up to start yesterday with a bang, Big Brother played in some old nominations at 12:07 p.m. Housemates had to sit and watch themselves getting voted for by their mates. How about that? Good work, Big Brother.
First nomination's going to be Charlie.
Oh!
Because I just find him really, really false and, I don't know, really hard to talk to. Like, you can't really have a proper conversation with him. And, like, the way he looks at people, like, I've caught him a few times when people have been saying stuff, like, Freddie, for instance, when he's talking, you can see him, like, looking at the fire, like, taking a piss out of him.
Oh!
I just find he's really false.
This was the first week.
Time, so
I didn't even know you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that can't be nice. And to turn up the heat further at 2:16 p.m, Big Brother announced the shock nominations. Charlie was the first in, and boy, did he take the news well.
Charlie, please could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
What? What? No. I'm gonna have to do it. I can't nominate. I'm really sorry. I can't. I could nominate, but I couldn't do it. I promise you, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I can't.
And now, like Charlie, David is a man of stout principles. When faced with tough decisions, he will simply not bend. Take a look.
David, please could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
I'm refused to do it, Big Brother.
David, as you are aware, it is a fundamental rule that all housemates must nominate when requested to do so by Big Brother.
I'll do it, yes, I'll do it. No one told me what to do. I'll do it.
That lady's not for turning. Now, finally, after the shock of surprise nominations, Sia Vash, Charlie, Sophie and Rodrigo discussed walking out of the house and what might be left in their wake, namely the Lisa and David show.
They're taking piss out of us.
Are they?
Just leave it.
Well, what did they say?
It's only about walking out of the show and said if they did, there'd be just me and you sat drinking tea and smoking.
wonder what'll happen today's episode.
Coming up.
Coming after the break.
They can all laugh and that, they're not perfect themselves. I really wanted to, I could go in and take them down.
That's it for BBLB News 25, everyone.
BBLB News 25, 24-hour news and then some.
Now, at some point this week, Sophie will leave the house like she went in as a single woman. One person with more to fear than most is ex-housemate Chris. So we took him off to a top-secret location to toughen him up, because hell hath no fury like a double G glamour model scorned.
Top man, boy am I glad to see you. It's all kicked off. I mean, Sophie's going mad about magazines they're putting in the house. She's out in, a week top, so I need for you to provide me with the tools to deal with this situation.
Very well, Grasshopper. You called just in time. Now, I got what you need, but we're going to have to act fast. Chris, step one in your training is to employ the training aid. Now, Second step in your training is to memorize the CIA mantra. Admit nothing, deny everything, and make counter-accusations.
I got it.
Miss Reed has recently accused you of making her family look bad. So how are you going to respond?
But I didn't even say anything like
Grasshopper, save it for the training aid.
But it's a blow-up doll.
It is a training aid.
Babes, I would never want to hurt your family, and I've never met your family, but it's just not working out. Obviously, they believe what they want to believe.
You can't put the onus on the family like they're the ones at fault for believing that. Remember, counter-accusations, it was the press, it was not me.
I would never do anything to hurt your family or you. It's the press. They mix things up. I understand completely how you feel, and I would never do anything to hurt you or your family. I'm sorry you're upset. I really am sorry you're upset, but I'm upset too.
You've made progress, Grasshopper. Now, go out and do good things.
Well, thanks very much. Man, that guy's amazing.
Thank you, Mike and Chris. Now, my first guest made his name being loud, rude and obnoxious in awkward social situations. What I wouldn't give to see him nestle between Lisa and David at the bus stop. It's only Dom Jolly, everybody. Lisa, how are you?
How are you? I'm watching Sophie.
You're watching Sophie, yeah?
Yeah, I forgot she looked like that.
I know, no, she looks amazing back then.
Yeah.
Doesn't she, so how are you, sir?
I'm very good, actually.
You're loving this series. You're thinking...
I think it's... Well, I have to say, I cheated a bit. It's definitely my favourite series. Can't believe they're getting rid of Big Brother. I have to say.
How about
It's my
that,
favourite... It's my favourite series. But I was hooked, and then I went into Canada for 5 weeks, and I tried desperately to find it. So I'd sort of steal ISP providers and try and get, like, occasional updates.
Wow, you were really going for it?
Yeah, I was really going for it. At one stage, I was sitting in a vegetable patch trying to watch The Ashes and Big Brother. But it worked. It was all right, yeah.
Wow, what holiday.
Yeah, I know, it was great fun, yeah.
The family must have been so happy.
They were thrilled, yeah.
Now, we just saw Chris there getting the lowdown from Mike Hawke.
Yeah.
He's obviously waiting for Sophie to get out. What advice would you give him?
Well, run, I think. I mean, she's going to be bald. She's 4 months pregnant.
Right.
I mean... Allegedly, obviously. I don't know, do we believe Chris has really been around just behaving himself?
I don't think
What do you
so.
think?
No.
Of course he hasn't.
Probably not.
Of course he hasn't. Not a chance.
He's adjusted himself.
Not a chance, but I think there's been some offer of a deal with both of them in a magazine or something, so it's worth his while just to meet her when she comes out, but I give it a day.
A day, right, a whole day, wow.
Well, a whole day, probably, well, an hour, actually.
Now, we're down to the final 6. What do you think of them?
I think they're all right, actually. I mean, David and... Well, just annoys me. Just really annoys me.
Is that boo?
Is that boo me or him? I don't know. But yeah.
And then
he's just
no.
yeah. I mean, he's so not bothered by anything. He's clearly incredibly bothered.
Not bothered.
So I think, well, if he's not bothered, then get rid of him basically because he's not bothered. The one that's really changed for me is Lisa. I couldn't bear her when I left for Canada, but when I came back, everyone seemed to like her and she seems to be all right. Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, I understand she's from Birmingham, but still, I mean, things are all right. But Siavash is the one I like.
You like Siavash?
I really like Siavash.
Now, Dom, you've performed some of the greatest practical stunts, practical jokes on television, right?
Yeah.
And we're thinking, well, it's true, isn't it?
I don't know, no, not
really.
really.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
I dressed as a squirrel, but go on.
That's a great practical joke.
That was
It's quite
really
a surreal one,
right.
but it's a great one.
Okay.
We're thinking, you know what, Big Brother's maybe giving you a run for your money this series.
Yeah, you'd be not bad. The prank room was good.
Yeah, the prank room is good. Have a little look at these. Tell us what you think.
All right.
Big Brother asked the palace if Her Majesty might be able to pop him for tea.
I'm really happy to...
Thank you.
For you to come here. It's like I'm dreaming.
She was a lookalike.
Big Brother will provide you with an outfit that you must wear until you leave the house.
Oh, the shoes!
You will have 30 minutes in which to convince one of your fellow housemates to get on their hands and knees and bark like a dog.
How was the up? Whoop, and walk. Whoop.
To your left is a sandwich board, and to your right is a hat, which you now must put on.
There's no instructions, we've just got to do it.
Yeah, they're saying it. It's like a needle in a haystack.
Has it gone up?
No, not yet.
Big Brother, it's confusing.
Now, Dom, if you were going to pull a wind-up on the guys left in the house, what would you do?
Well, I've always fancied the idea of just putting up a whole lot of posters around the place in Chinese, getting some Chinese border guards in, everyone else leaves, and when they finally come out, they think, what the hell's happened? Like,
Yeah,
it's been a revolution or something. Otherwise, maybe some hallucinogenics and a handgun over the wall.
Right, OK, yeah.
Be good telly.
Really, it would. It might not be so good as...
No, obviously,
a bit later.
Not if they shot each other, but, I mean, you know, if they shot at each other.
But didn't hit each other.
But didn't hit each other, wouldn't want that.
Yeah, don't try that at home.
No,
kids.
definitely. Don't take hallucinogenics.
Now, we're going to be going over to the House for the results shortly of nominations. Who would you like to see up?
Well, I want David out, but I mean...
You want David
out,
yeah?
David out.
And who to win, Siavash?
Siavash, do you know, I really quite like Charlie now, because he is just a genuinely nice guy. But I think Siavash, he's cool.
All right, now listen, Dom, your big mobile phone, we've got our own one in your honour.
Wow, beautiful.
It's a Marcus one. I'm sure you've been downloading all the ringtones, haven't you?
I've got all of Marcus's greatest hits.
Can't stop them. Have a bash on this one. This is one of my favourites.
I am actually upset about Michael Jackson.
Yeah. They all like. This one I quite like too.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, and
this and that and the other.
Yeah, and there's one more there.
Cram it up your scabby fat.
Marcus, that's disgusting. That's the one. That is disgusting. Now we've got one empty one down the bottom there, Dom.
Have you got? Because my favourite one of Marcus is what was it? Trousers exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that one?
Can you do that?
Trousers exist.
Oh, I mean, what more do you need?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just a top and some shoes.
Yeah,
maybe.
obviously. Yeah.
We can. What's that? OK, that's very good.
Well, you can tell him afterwards, but I think he's straight.
We love you. Now that ringtone, like all the others that are on here, will be available to download on the website. For now, big thank you to Dom Jolly. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Doctor.
Still to come, the Eminem of self-enhancement. L. Vaughan Spencer helps Marcus adapt to live post-BB, plus results and reactions of the final nominations of the year. We'll see you in 3.
Like I said, I'm only going to address the issue with you if I became a housemate, which is why I never came up to you to resolve it.
You've never even...
Yeah?
you've
No.
become a housemate.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
Come up and
That was
resolved
then.
it
That was
now,
then. Well, hold on. What is the issue to
haven't you
resolve?
resolved it
If someone's
now?
boring, how can that be resolved?
In a conversation with Siavash, Sophia said, "If I don't go, I'm voting for the leader or that person every week. There's nothing exciting about her. What's fun about her?"
Welcome back to BBLB. It's 6:15. It's day 89, and I've got some breaking news for you. They've just played in an old episode from this series, which the housemates are going to have to recreate at a later date. Check this out.
This is brilliant. 1:37 p.m.
Bees jacket.
Siavash and Noreen.
Hold on.
I really, Noreen, before one of us goes,
Yeah?
we really need to have a chat.
Oh, Siavash.
Right.
He's everywhere. I'm not listening to this. I'm not listening to this.
Now, my next guest has been watching the show since week 1, and he thinks he can help keep the housemates energised and focused in the final week. He's a self-proclaimed gangster motivator. It's the succeeder, L. Vaughan Spencer, everybody. Yes, L. Vaughan. Now, firstly, should I call you L? Should I call you Mr. Spencer? What would you like me to call you?
Elvo.
Elvo.
Yo, I is not J-Lo, I is Elvo. I is your tutor for the future. I hope it suits you. I am the impresario of your best case scenario. I am the hip-hop hypnotist. I put the funk into dysfunctional. Yo, get off your couch, you slouched potato. I is the gangster motivator.
Wow, how about that, everybody? Now, you felt compelled to come on the show to try and offer some advice for our remaining housemates, right?
Yeah, that's right. A lot of self-help gurus, it's all talk. I'm very practical. I'm all about doing. Everything I say is do.
Right, OK. Oh, they got it. It was a bit slow on the uptake, but they did get it, yeah. Who in particular do you think needs help?
Oh, I think they all do, but especially Sophie.
Oh, really?
Succeedy Sophie.
Why so?
Well, why not? Wouldn't you help her?
Right.
But also, I don't think Rodrigo needs help. He understands the importance of tantric tantrums.
No, you're absolutely right, he does. Now, 5 of them will make it to the final on Friday. What should they be doing in order to win?
Well, they should be reading my book, Don't Be Needy, Be Succeedy, the A to Z of Motivitality.
Here's a wonderful book, actually, yeah.
But they're not allowed to, are they?
Not allowed, no. If we could play any music into
that's
them,
a good
what
idea.
would you suggest?
They could have some Succeedy music, for example, Succeedio by Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Or
80s
I
classic.
Should Be Succeedy by Kylie, or Calvin Harris, Succeedy for the weekend.
Oh, 3 great choices. Now, unfortunately, the house lost its very own Mr. Motivator just last Friday. Have a little look at this.
I'm the 100% man. Unless I get the perfect thing, then I'm not interested.
Come on, get with the programme. Washing your clothes in the middle of a task when you're supposed to be practising, I mean, seriously, come on. Come on, Paul! Everyone's just been a bit too negative about it. Do what I say and use the best man for the job. Listen, keep the energy up. Huh? Finish strong, more body movement. If I don't get 100%, I have to do it again, have to do it again, have to do it again. The harder it is, the harder you should try. And then the happier you'll be afterwards. I'm not getting a lot of positivity from you, and I think that needs to change.
And here he is, it's only Marcus. Let's get motivated, everybody. So nice.
How?
3 days on the bounce I've been hanging out with you, Marcus. I feel honoured. Now, you're obviously a very motivated guy when you're in the house. Was it difficult trying to draw some passion out the rest of them to get things done?
Yep, initially it was, but then as soon as I locked in the stair,
right, that's
stuff
it.
got done.
It dealt with it, yeah? Now, obviously, as we know, Marcus is very motivated. Do you think you can help him be even more motivated, Elvo?
I'm not sure. He's an example to us all. He understands tong shui, which is the feng shui of hair. For example, his succeeder sideburns, they prevent his good ideas from running away.
Right, yeah.
And also, he cuts his armpit hair, and the ponytail prevents him being attacked by the dragons of failure from the back.
Right, OK, so he's covered, basically.
He's covered. You could learn a lot from him, but the thing is, are you eating the right kind of things? I think you could. Yeah. Remember, sticky up hair frightens children. That's all I'm saying. But the thing is, you've got to be eating the right things. Both of you, George, you could learn this as well. Are you eating the right things? The alphabet diet. You should be eating food that begins with the same letter as your name.
I like this.
Elvo and Spencer, I eat lamb, leeks, liver, lettuce. George, you should be eating gravy, goose, gherkins. Greens and Greek food.
Right,
whereas you, Marcus, you should be eating, and we've got them all here, mince, milk chocolate, meat, melon, marshmallows, meringue, mushroom, mixed veg, and Mexican food.
Wow, right, OK, yeah, that works. Have we got anything we might be able to motivate the audience with, Elvo?
That's a good idea. Let's do the succeeder dance. This is really good. For this, now you'll need the succeeder fingers. Let's try the succeeder fingers. There we are. It's an L. L for life, love, and lamb.
Lamb, oh yeah, we like that. So
OK, let's hear a shout. We can do it.
We can do it.
I can do it.
I can do it.
OK, everyone stand up. Let's do the succeeder dance. You can do this at home too. OK, let's
stand up at home now, guys.
It goes there like this. Don't be needy. Be succeeding. Don't be needy. Be succeeding. Don't be needy. Be succeeding. Yeah.
Don't.
God, thank you.
Don't you feel pumped, guys?
Of course, yeah.
Marcus, will you be following Elvo's advice?
To the letter.
Really?
The letter M.
The letter M. Now,
for motivitality.
I believe you might have. Done a little special song for Marcus. Is that right?
I do this for all my clients. A motivational rap, a rap, if you like, a rap for you, Marcus. You are the irrepressible dark horse. He's a tour de force. He shows no remorse. He likes to rave hard in the graveyard. His mum's Diane. He's an angry young man. He's 35, not 50. But he'll give you short shrifty when he's heading for a nifty, swifty graveyard shifty. But Marcus, you will never fail with those sideburns and that ponytail.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvo and Marcus, give them a big round of applause. Now, for the final time this series, let's go to the house for the result of this week's nominations. Over to you, Big Brother.
The housemates facing eviction this week are Siavash and Charlie and Sophie and Lisa and Rodrigo and David.
Thank you, darling. Everyone's up, as we already thought we were anyway.
Yeah.
This is no bother. Come on, mate.
Told you.
One housemate will be evicted from the Big Brother house on Tuesday.
We knew that. That's what we expected, didn't we?
Now, in keeping with every eviction ever, the decision is yours. Go to channel4.com/Big Brother for news about when the voting lines will be open. Marcus, what do you make of that, mate?
Fun.
Everybody's up.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. Do you think it's fairer that everybody's up?
No, I think a more fitting punishment would probably be hand grenade baseball. But there might be a
you
health and
guys have got some
safety
pretty
issue.
dark games you want to put in the house.
We play the same games, actually.
Right, yeah.
Hand grenade baseball sounds good.
He likes the sound of that. Who would you have voted for had you still been in the house?
I don't know, just because the board would mix it up. I reckon Charlie and Rodrigo.
Really?
Yeah.
Charlie and Rodrigo?
Put some favourites up against each other.
You meanie.
Right, OK. And Dom, do you think there's anybody in there who doesn't really deserve to get to the final?
Well, you know, I've already said I don't like David, but I wasn't here when he came in. But from the sound, everyone's saying Lisa. I'm going to go on my before I went to Canada vote. Right,
okay.
And Lisa caused a lot of problems.
Don't give in to
on.
peer pressure.
Yeah. He's
That's
right.
a good
no,
rule
forget
for
it.
life.
Yeah. Get rid
But
of
this
Rodrigo.
motivational speech is really, you know, it's taking off on you.
Stealing his line.
You are right. Get rid of Rodrigo.
Elvo, I'm going to
man.
ask you. Someone's going to be pretty gutted. They're going to get booted out just before the finale. What advice would you give for them on how to deal with it?
Moisturise.
Really?
Make sure your skin is fully hydrated. That's what I say. Drink 12 pints of water a day and moisturise. Do you moisturise?
No.
Exactly.
Right. Marcus, finally, mate, who do you think is going to win, fella?
I think maybe Roddy. I'd like Lisa to win though, because she'd make the best of the money.
Lisa
I
or
think.
Roddy. All right. Well, listen, guys, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Please give all my guests a massive round of applause. Thank you very much. That is all for today's show. Make sure you watch the main show tonight at 10 on 4, and I'll see you back here on E4 tomorrow at 6 with Rav Wildy and Julia Simpson. Take care.